What are we looking at? We are essentially looking at the relative index. And relative is the word which we look at that, in last 3 months, Nifty has given you 15% return, but in last 1 month, it's a return of less than 2%. So optically, all-time high, technically, all-time high, but in terms of the momentum is clearly missing. Now, Nifty is always a sum total of some sectors.
Absolutely.
So for Nifty to do well, those sectors have to do well.
Absolutely.
So let's talk about it.
So yeah, I think perfectly summarized, Nikunj, that what we have seen in the month of August is mild recovery for sectors. I'll give you a snapshot. For example, in the month of July, there were almost 11 sectors out of 14 which we have discussing that the index or the sectors had closed with a positive performance, and the average gain was around 3% to 5% for these sectors. Come to the month of August, the gains in sectors is just 7. So even though the index has moved up higher, we've made a new high on the index, but looking at the sector strength, the sector strengths have started to deteriorate. So for example, the auto index, which was one of the better performers in the month of July, it's closed negative for the month of August. Pharma, FMCG, IT, the top 3 performers, which had done almost 9%, 10% on average for the month of July, they have come down, their gains are just 2%, 3%. So which means that the markets is lacking strength in terms of sectors. Now what this could actually mean is that going forward, say for the month of September, if we assume that the same trend continues where you see lack of sector strength for many of these sectors, then the pace of rally for the Nifty could slow down. Like what we've seen, 12 consecutive days of positive, but just 4%, 4.5% gain for the Nifty. So if we manage to see another say 10-15 days of positivity, but the pace of rally could slow down significantly because of the sector strength lacking.
So if the bank Nifty is showing outperformance, that's 35% of the index. That Correct. Itself can take care of the Nifty.
Absolutely. So the only case over here which could change is because we're seeing some green shoots which are now in the private sector banking names and metal stocks which have started to stop falling. So the underperforming sectors, the banking and the metals, they were huge underperforming over the last 3-4 months. They have started to show signs of at least an arrest of the underperformance. Now that should convert into these sectors starting to outperform. That could be the only point where we may see that the pace of rally could increase for the indices.
Okay, so it was last 3 months have been nothing short of breathtaking for benchmark indices, 15%. Last 1 month has been decent considering the global cues were bad.
Correct.
And we had bout of volatility. You come on the right side of the trade. But will September be a flat month with a downward bias?
I strongly believe that it will be a flat month with a potential downward bias in the second half.
Okay, and that's what we're looking at, Aisha. Optically all-time high, technically all-time high. So direction is up, but the momentum clearly seems to be plateauing out. And I'm using the word plateau. Plateau means that flat. That does not mean it is reversing.
Correct.
So a little bit of here and there, markets may just hang in there, but in terms of an upside, the upside momentum surely is getting capped.